Hi, this is Tammy. Well, now that we've gone over the photo editing, we're going to start the new scrapbook. So the first thing we're going to do is go to our stamps and open up the back to school stamps, and that would be under the designer kits. Let's see, should be at the bottom. Oh, maybe I have them open already. Here we go. So open that up and go down to the different grunges, and let's see, so grunge 3, bring that over and color it white, and then rotate it to the left, and that's what I put up here. I just rotate it a little bit, kind of put it like that. Okay, and then that is at opacity 20. Bottom left is grunge 1. So again, bring that over, rotate it, and color it white. And let's see, let's rotate this about that much. There we go. And again, the opacity is down to 50%. I've written all of this down in the instructions. And then the right side is grunge 2. Go ahead and do the same thing. And the opacity for that one, again, is at 50%. Okay, so now the important thing here is obviously you've got to pick your own photos. If you go to this photo icon here, you can select browse, and it will pretty much go through everything on your computer. So you can go through and select the photos that you want. Once you select a folder, they'll populate here, and then you can open them. So for my scrapbook, I'm using these photos of my kids from a camping trip that we had a while ago. And for this first photo, I simply cropped it pretty much in like a square size. And I think about like that, and brought it down a little bit. And then I added a mat that was, I believe I bumped it up to 6, and it was white. Yeah, that looks about right. And added a drop shadow. And I copied that photo once I had it all done 2 more times. So Control C, Control V, and then Control V one more time, so that I had 3 copies. The back 2, let me get off these top ones. I went into Photo Effects and I turned them into black and white. And then I just rotated them various different, like I did that one a -3, I think, and then this one like about probably a 0, and then this one a plus. And I just, kind of played with them until I was happy with how they looked, and then I grouped them all together. So hit the shift key when you're happy with how it's all showing up, and I don't seem to be able to get that last one. There we go. There we go. Okay, and then group them together so you can move them around. Okay, then the one for my daughter, I did slightly different. I added a photo box that was, about the size of the photo that I wanted for her. I'm actually going to make this a little bit smaller. So this is the photo over here that I was going to use. And so it's kind of a long photo. That's probably about right. But you can see she's got this bright red jacket. And I really didn't want that to show up on my layout because of the bright color. So what I did was I actually used 2 photo boxes. So I added another one. And this one, I was just attempting to get her face. So I put it about right there. And then I hit the shift key and I added a matte to both of them. And I think again I used a 6 and added a drop shadow to both of them. And then what you do is you hit arrange and group before you populate it with a photo. Once you arrange it into a group, I can drag this photo in and it's actually going to populate both photos. Now you can see I was a little bit off. So I don't really like that very much. So I'm going to adjust it a little bit. First I need to ungroup it. I'm going to click off. And that's the only way I can get rid of the pictures. Before I do that, I'm going to kind of adjust this down because I think what I need to do is make the photo go down a little bit. And I'm actually going to make it a little bit longer. And then see if I could try this again. If you delete it while it's grouped, it's just going to erase the whole thing. So you kind of have to adjust and then give it another shot, because when you do it this way, oops, I forgot to group it. Sorry. Can't talk and do this stuff at the same time. Okay, so first group it, then I'm going to bring it in. And what I was trying to say is if you, like let's say I just hit delete right now, see it deletes the whole thing. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to bring it back in. I almost have it, but it's still chopping off her face a little bit. And I think it's because I probably need to make this box a little bit bigger. So I'm going to, again, ungroup it. Oops, click on it first. Okay, and then ungroup it. And let's see, just click on this one, make it a little bit bigger, like that. Okay, and now I'm going to delete that one out. Okay, let's try this one more time. I think it's going to work this time. Oops, once again, I forgot that I have to go back and hit arrange group. Keep doing that. See, sometimes my mistakes will show you what to do. There we go. It's pretty close. It's showing a little bit of that red jacket, which I didn't want to do. But you get the gist of what I'm trying to do here. So probably if I did it about like that, it would work. But it is kind of a cool effect, and I wanted to show you that you can do it with multiple photo boxes. I've done it with like 6 photo boxes, and it comes out really cool looking. So it's a fun little trick to know how to do. Okay, there we go. That's the one I want. Now, if you, in my end edition, or what I did for my other photo box, I actually, in the scrapbook page that I completed, this back one was actually turned black and white. Now, because this is grouped, if I go into photo effects right now and hit black and white, it's going to make both of them black and white. So again, what I want to do is ungroup it now that I've got the photos in, and now I'm going to click off, and I'm just going to click this back one. Whoops, it didn't ungroup. I'm having trouble here today. Okay, I'm just going to get this back one, and then I'm going to go into photo effects and hit black and white and OK. And that way it just does this back one. Now if I wanted to regroup it at this point, I could do that. So, so that I can size it and it will always stay together and everything. Okay, so there we go. We got the 2 photos. I probably tilted this a little bit. All right, so the next